Hey guys, hope you're all well. Bit of a late start today. I wasn't gonna do anything, it's that late, but I thought, you know what, come and do half an hour. It's better than nothing. So I've been messing about editing yesterday's filming, which some of you have probably just watched, and I had a bit of trouble with the microphones as well. I ain't sure if the damp and everything's getting to them in here, but we'll see how they go. If the sound's a bit funny, I do apologise. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be all right. Anyway, back on this. I'm at least gonna get it on the floor on the jack behind me and probably get the front end in and maybe the rear wheel. We'll see how it goes. I'm only going to be up here for half an hour or something like that because it's actually approaching 5 o'clock already. So I'll try and do a little bit and see how it goes. I did spot one thing. I came in here like 10 minutes ago. Check this out. I'm unsure. I hope not. That looks like a rat turd. Well, I don't know, I hope not. Unless Blue's been in here and knocked a really tight one out. It's not that big. Or, I don't know. It wasn't there yesterday. It seems to have appeared overnight. But I'm hoping it's not a rat turd. I could do without that. There's no reason for rats to be in here because there's no food in here. I think it's a bit small for the dog, to be fair. Unless it's come out of Tracy's ear. But she doesn't come up here, so that's not possible. Anyway, I'm going to keep my eye out for that because sometimes I do leave the door open and pop down the house and things. Unless it's chewed its way in somewhere. I could be right, it could be something else, it could have, I don't know. Who knows, I'll keep an eye on what's going on in here anyway, so I don't want them things in here. Right, back to bikes. I think we'll start by lifting this off the bench. I'm hurting thinking about it. Let's take the tank off. Like that's going to really lighten it. It'll help. I'll put it in that rat turd. Right. Are you ready? I'm not. I haven't got far to go. Don't tell me off for lifting things that are too heavy. I sort of have no choice in here. Are you ready? Nope. So the lifting bit's all right. It's the bend with your knees. No, I can't bend my knees. Easy. There we go. Sorted. Right then. I think we'll get the forks in. Oh, I found some forks. Because let's put that on there, innit? You may have seen in the video in the bit I put a bit of music over. I've done that because I had a bit of trouble with sound. The forks were really rusty. They're basically scrap and they've seized up. So I had to dig about because I knew I had some forks knocking around in the back shed for years. And I found them. And they are absolutely perfect. The important bit anyway. And we'll tidy the castings up on them like we normally do. But the stanchions are perfect on them. Yeah, I also Found a spare headlight nacelle with no holes, because on the one that came off the bike, someone had drilled holes in the side for indicators. Why do they do that? I've had a few Enfields where they've done that, and there's no need for it. You can just do a little bracket off the bottom yoke mount instead of putting a great big hole in these. It's a bit of a pain. Anyway, let's collect the bits up and see if we can get something done. Like I say, something's better than nothing. We'll have to put some rusty fixings back on it, but it doesn't matter. They'll all get replaced. The only thing I haven't done is shorten these forks, so it might sit a bit front up to start with. I'm not going to shorten them now. I just want to get this thing rolling so we can get it out of the way without having to lift it like that all the time. We'll just shove a couple of the old bearings in as well, just so it's got something to rest on. Again, they'll all be replaced with new ones. I'm not even going to put them all in, it's just so they've got something there. It's going to look a bit of a multicoloured bodge up. I'll have to get the shopping list together. Between all three that have got to be built, there's quite a bit to get. Right, just balance them there for a minute. Forks. Get the tool ready. Right, I might have to tip that back. Oh no, we're in. We're in. Oh, okay, that's a new one on me as well. Huh, they don't go over, look. So obviously the earlier tubes are smaller. They're not deformed or anything, so yeah. So these are later forks. So I'm not going to be able to use them alloy inserts after all, but I will save them complete things just in case. I'll say the old forks, I've threw them in the back shed now. They are absolutely done. They're not worth repairing. One's completely seized up and both stanchions are proper rusty. Right, out of curiosity then, these are off a later Enfield. Yeah, they virtually go inside, look. I've learnt something. That makes a change, doesn't it? Learning something. Well, how about that? I wouldn't have thought that. That started. Right, I think we'll jack it up and get the front in. Mind you, maybe if we put it back a bit more on here and just let the back of the frame hit the deck, that'll do it, won't it? I'm hoping the back wheel goes in all right. The front seems good because obviously these are half width hubs, so some of you probably know the difference. So these obviously same as the really early Enfield. You see the hubs. It's probably more like a bicycle. And then you've got the single leading shoe, which I know is going to be absolutely frightening, but we'll do our best to get the maximum out of it and get it all set up nice with new shoes and everything. And then you've got the later Enfields, which are the twin leading shoe. And no doubt there's probably a wider shoe as well, so you can actually dial these in, and they're quite good actually, surprisingly good when you get them balanced properly. But I don't hold much hope for them, but it's going to look fantastic with the older wheels in there with the half width hubs. So we're going to make this look quite old, especially with the colour choice. Definitely going to go burgundy and cream, so I reckon that'll look fantastic, and we'll get all the casings properly polished, well, as best as you can polish the alloy. Saying that, this is a bit of an early engine, so it might be a better quality alloy, so it might just polish up really nice. I'm hoping so. We'll soon find out. So we'll polish all the gearbox casings, everything, all the rockers, because normally on the later ones these do not polish. They are terrible. Normally I get these powder coated, but we'll see how it goes. And we'll polish all the primary side as well. Right, we have a very slight modification to do to the frame. So on the later Enfield wheels with the full width hubs, your spindle's just straight, so you drop your back wheel into the frame, put all your spacers in, and you knock your spindle through. So on these, as I've never done an Enfield with these wheels in before, we have a spindle that's stepped. So basically you have to build that into the back wheel. You can't knock it through. So you'd probably put one bearing in first, put this through from the other side, then put the other wheel bearing in. So that is locked into your wheel. Very similar to the front wheel on the later Enfields. So we're gonna have to have open slots on the axle plates. Yeah, so let's have a look. So basically we're going to have to cut these open, so they're basically the same as what the swing arm was, with open slots. It's not a problem. Probably what I'll do to start with is just slightly undercut it, then dress them up when I strip the bike back out so they're perfectly straight and in line. Yeah, It's got to be done. There's one. I've got a bit of advice. Don't kneel on the little slug of metal you've just cut out. One, it's red hot. Two, it hurts. That was like standing on a Lego brick. Man up. Ow. Right, cross your fingers everybody. Hopefully this is going to be okay. Oh, it's looking like we are very lucky, and that is going to drop straight in. Just got to go up a tiny bit. It's a bit of encouragement. Hey! We're in. Home and dry, as they say. Right. I know the threads weren't that brilliant on one of these. Like the start of it. Let's find another washer. Might even be able to shorten these with like the threaded section, because obviously it hasn't got like them little snail adjusters on it no more. Spot on. Hey, obviously we'll have these on it. Why not? Shall we go for them? Whoever the winner's going to be, do you want them tyres on it? Let me know in the comments. I know it's childish, but yeah, that, as I said before, that is actually in the moulding. That's not just been painted on there. That's actually the moulding. Shall we put them tyres on? What do you reckon? Because obviously I'll have to roll these on the rim before we lay all the mudguard out on the bike, because it is a much chunkier tyre and it's taller. So we'll have to set the mudguard with these tyres fitted. Yeah. Anyway, tank. There we go. It's a bit tight on that front rubber. Right. Just slice some bolts through them for now. Again, way too long, but I'll sort of hold it. Right, let's find an handlebar clamp. I found some handlebars, but obviously they're not the correct ones because they've got knurling on, and that'll be hanging out the clamp and look stupid. But we'll bang these on for now, just so we can push it about. Right, I've just been and fetched the old one from outside. I won't put them bars on, I'll just get the clamp off. You see how that was bodged up, look. Someone's drilled straight through the handlebars. Oh, there we go. And just packed it out with rubber. Why? Why would you do that? So, you don't half see some bodges on these Enfields. Right, let's get that off. I think I've just trod in that rat poo. It's not there anymore. I'm guessing it's on the bottom of my boot. Great. Wonderful. That'll do. Well, it's looking like a bobber. It is. So, obviously we'll go for the other two now, the customer bikes. But as I build the customer bikes, anything that can be made the same and go on this bike, I will do that, you see. So when I do the customer bike seat pans, I'll make an extra one for this. So this will sort of take shape in the background while the customer bikes are going on. And obviously we'll be doing GS at the weekends, and Dan's bike's nearly ready for ripping apart. I'm just waiting for a couple of parts to come for that before I tear it down, so I can finish the front forks. So that will be off the bench soon. So yeah, so this should evolve as the two customer Enfields go on, which is good. I'm pleased with that. I reckon it really is going to look smart with them half-width hubs in. Definitely. Let's have a look from the front. Not that it looks much at the minute, because it's obviously it's got to come apart and plenty more go on. I'm probably going to have people scream at me that they want a front mudguard on it, but again, sorry, I'm building it. Yeah, I think it's going to look quite smart, especially in the burgundy colours. Obviously we're multicoloured at the minute with black, red and green. We're an extremely dirty engine that's going to be polished as best as we can get it. I think we'll have a ribbed mudguard on that. Let's grab one out of the roof, hold on. Let's put you back in there. Yeah, definitely have a ribbed mudguard. Obviously it will probably be a bit shorter than that. That's quite baggy on that tyre, isn't it? I bet it'll fit them dodgy Firestones better. Yeah, perfect. You see how much bigger they are. Yeah, they're quite chunky, aren't they? These are. Follows the radius nice. Yeah, so we'll go for a ribbed mudguard. It's quite nice, that is. Cool. Yeah, I'll probably have to pop the wheels back out and we'll get them tyres on at some point. Obviously need them to build the guards on. I think it was worth doing an extra, well, it wasn't half hour, I think it's turned into 2 hours, but at least I've got that mobile again. I can just, in the day, push it outside, put the cover over it and just bring it back in at night. This is where I'm really screaming for a bigger place. It'll get there. More hard work, and hopefully we'll eventually get there. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I think it's really going to stand out, to be honest with you, especially with the burgundy. I'm looking forward to seeing it myself all done, but obviously it'll sort of evolve with the other two bikes. Anyway, I'm actually going to go down the house and get a biscuit or a piece of cheese or something, and I'm going to put it on the floor, see if I have got a furry lodger. That doesn't sound right, does it? Yeah, and if that's gone in the morning, I know someone's in here or something. So yeah, I'll have to do something about that. Anyway, that'll do me. Only a short one, but something's done. And we're making progress now each day, which is brilliant. It really does feel good. Anyway, I think it's time I went and had some dinner and put my feet up. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.